talking about appreciating, we have to talk a little bit about fucking SPFDJ. She's come back out again with another first trap video trying to explain or give her opinion on the whole controversy with DJs getting cancelled, especially in the hard dance, hard techno thing. She did one prior that I spoke about and reacted to that I thought was a little bit insensitive and inappropriate considering the severity of the allegations, you know. But then again, I came away from it thinking, you know what, she's trying her best. This is her way to kind of do content and react to it. Same way that I kind of do it. She's just doing it in a different type of medium. And maybe the whole first trap thing is a way to kind of lure people in to kind of get their attention. But then you deliver an actual message, you know? It's kind of like those memes that people do where they have like a screen grab of some girl's ass. And then when you click the video, some guy talking to you about fucking stocks, you know? So I get it. Misdirect maybe can help. But I still think, considering the severity of the allegations, some of it's involving rape, some of it's involving sexual assault, harassment, I still think it's very tasteless how she's approaching it. I still have to say that categorically, but I'm aware we live in a content era, content age. You have to sometimes do these games, play a bit of clickbait, whatever, you know, to get people's attention and get your kind of word out there. I know, but I still think she could do this without all the theatrics. But hey, maybe I'm not her, she's her, so let's see what she has to say.
Most men picture an abuser as a creepy stranger in a dark alley, someone you'd recognize immediately. Emily Lenz talked about this recently, because that version is easy to reject. The uncomfortable version is when the abuser looks like your friend.
It's just funny. It's the pouting. Honestly, it's just a funny approach, and it's a really funny approach. It's a really funny approach to such a serious issue, like the pouting on camera, the changing your clothes, the getting. It's just like, really. I guess it's not that dissimilar to girls that talk about serious topics while they're doing a get ready with me, while they're doing their makeup. But it's just something about this, like, you know, there's something obviously quite, I wouldn't say sensual, but I guess something about it, right? You're trying to give across a message. Maybe she's not. Maybe she's just existing. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I don't know. It's just I just find it odd. I just find it a little bit odd. But you know, let's concentrate. Let's concentrate on her message. As hard as it is, let's concentrate and focus on her message.
Someone in your group, someone who could even look like you. One of the comments on my last video pointed out a conundrum. Almost every woman has a story, but somehow, no man seems to know a single guy who's done it. That sounds impossible.
How does that sound impossible? If somebody rapes somebody, they're not going to go around telling all their friends, are they? Like, how is that impossible? That's a stupid conclusion, though. Of course, guys who rape women or guys who abuse women are not going to go around telling their mates. Sometimes if you're a friend, if you have people in your social group that do that, you'll probably only find out when everyone else finds out, when they get arrested. You probably won't ever know, unless maybe the woman tells you and confronts you about it. But I don't think that's uncommon in friendship groups to not know what all your guy friends get up to. And also, guys in general just don't share. We're not really good at, you know, sharing things in general and talking about ourselves. So there's probably guys in your group that you don't know what they're going through in their relationship anyway, if good or bad, let alone if they're out here doing a madness. So yeah, I don't think that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense at all. That doesn't make sense at all. 000. And I think it's kind of I guess the suggestion behind it is somehow like guys are like purposely harboring abusers and acting as if they're not in their group and protecting them. I don't think that's the case. If anybody, most guys that I know, if you find out that somebody in your friendship group was doing a madness, going around raping women, touching women inappropriately, being a fucking PDF and shit, like that person gets excommunicated. Like no one speaks to that person ever again. I think that's fairly common in most friendship groups. So in some friendship groups you might get beaten up. So I don't believe this idea that there's groups of men who are like sheltering and protecting abusers and rapists and shit. That's not the case. I think most of the time, unfortunately, no one knows. Like I remember there's a story ages ago of, I forgot what it was a robbery. It was a gang, it was a group of kids that used to rob houses. And if I'm not mistaken, one of the kids used to inappropriately touch the women while they were sleeping or like rape them or something. And I guess after a few robberies, the story came out and that part of the story was added to it. Like these kids, they go to houses, they rob the houses, and then they also sexually assault the women who live there. And I remember the story, or when they recounted it on the TV, I think when the kids got arrested, they recounted it. The kids didn't know. They didn't know that was happening until they heard it on the news. Because I guess when they robbed the house, he would be the last one to leave or something. So as let's imagine there's 4 groups of kids and they're robbing houses. When they strip the houses of all the belongings, he'll be the last one to leave. But they didn't know what he was doing there when he left. They only found out when the news came on that, oh, these kids are robbing these houses and this kid is assaulting women. So they only found out then. And this guy's in their gang, you know, doing all the dirt that they're doing. So sometimes you don't know because they're obviously not going to tell you because it's fucking horrible shit and they know what your reaction is going to be. So I don't believe that to be true. But again, what do I know?
Till you look at the research. A lot of men were angry at my example, the 1 in 10 guys in a room thing. So I went and pulled the studies, and here's the part people don't realize. When researchers ask men directly, have you ever raped someone? Almost nobody says yes, around 1%. But when researchers describe the behavior...
The subject matter in her face is just funny, man. The subject matter, what she's talking about, and her like looking at the camera and pouting, it's just so hilarious. I swear to God, she got a really good pause, though, isn't it? For a Caucasian lady, she got really nice skin. I'm not gonna lie, not a lot of blemishes there. She got a really share the skincare routine, but yeah, it's really funny. The pouting whilst she's talking about what she's talking about is hilarious, man. It's so inappropriate. Not inappropriate. What's the word? It's so tasteless. It's so lacking in tact, you know. But hey, here we are.
If you're instead like continuing sex with someone too intoxicated to consent, the number jumps. About 6 to 8% of men admit to behavior that legally qualifies as rape, when the question is phrased that way. But those men don't call it rape. That gap is the whole issue. And if you widen the lens beyond that, pressure after refusal, exploiting intoxication or coercion, now you're looking at roughly 20 to 30% of men admitting to at least one of those behaviors. So let's go back to the example that made people angry. Out of 10 men, 1...
This video is crazy, honestly. It's so funny. It's so funny, man. Oh, it's like, what do you want to do? Do you want to look at your own reflection? Do you want to be gagged by your own beauty, or do you want to alert men to the worrying figures of sexual assault and rape? Like, what do you want to do here? Or do you want to do both? You know, do you want to gag people with your beauty, or do you want to alert men as to the safety of women? I don't know.
1 admits behavior that fits rape definitions. 2 more admit coercion or exploiting intoxication. Then you have the bystanders, the ones who laugh, the ones who stay quiet. Maybe 1 actually calls it out. And that 1 red guy? Research shows he's often not doing this once. In 1 study, the average was about 6 assaults each. So when men say, I don't know anyone like that, they might genuinely believe it. Because many men don't recognize abuse, even when they're describing it. Men don't recognize abusers.
That's the thing, though. This is actually a really good message, right? This is actually some really interesting information, like what she's talking about. It's actually quite helpful. I don't think she's coming at it from like a I hate men type of point of view. I think she's just sharing the facts of the story, you know, the facts of the issue, and, you know, putting out some open-ended questions and giving you a lot to think and to kind of mull over. But it's just the delivery, man. The delivery is just like, really? It kind of takes away from the weight and the, you know, seriousness of what she's talking about. It's like, come on, girl, the delivery, really?
Because many don't recognize abuse. And that's why every woman seems to know one, but somehow no man does.
Big up SPFDJ, man. Big up SPFDJ. Big up SPFDJ. I guess in some respects the message is more important than all the theatrics and stuff, and she's gotten across what she wanted to get across, I guess, in some respects. But I do find this whole thing really tasteless and just unnecessary, you know? It really is unnecessary. And just because of the seriousness of the allegations. They're really serious. Again, maybe she's just doing this herself and it's nothing to do with everything going on with fucking Shlomo and all these guys. Maybe it's completely separate to what's been going on there. I don't think so, but maybe it is. But it's just, I don't know, it just feels a bit weird. It feels a bit weird, but hey, she's gonna do what she's gonna do. And there's another post here, basking in the self-reporting. Women, we deal with this constantly. Men in the comments allow us to demonstrate. Cool, man. Whatever you say, girl. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. Long. Whatever makes you happy, my friend. Whatever makes you happy. Big up SPFDJ, I guess. Big up SPFDJ, I guess. Big up SPFDJ, I guess. Hopefully she's happy. Hopefully she's happy.